is just love. Source Fort International.
Hello students, welcome to the Source Force learning session on the topic plant reproduction for the subject of science. This is for grade 5. Students, Source Force, one of the leading names and help students in their life goals through schooling, sports and life skills. So let us start with our chapter. So today you are going to learn about plant reproduction. From this 10 or 15 minutes video, you are going to learn about what is cotyledons, what you mean by monocots, dicots plants, what do you mean by seed, germination, and what is seedling. I had given one YouTube link. I will show you this one. What is the video? Let's start the class. Who will tell me what plant reproduction? What do you mean by plant reproduction? Plant reproduction is the production of new offspring in the plants. Most of the plants that grow around us have flowers. Most of the plants have flowers, different colors, different types. Such plants are known as flowering plants. So plants who have flower known as flowering plants, who don't have flower, that is non-flowering plants. Flowers develop into fruits. For example, a bitter gourd flower forms a bitter gourd, and a papaya flower forms a papaya. Similarly, apple flowers forms a apple. Here is an example of bitter gourd. This is bitter gourd. This is flower of bitter gourds, and this is fully ripened seeds of bitter gourd. Okay. Then most fruits have seeds. The seeds are fully formed when the fruit ripens. The outermost part of the seed is called seed core. So what is seed core? The outermost part of the seed. What is the function of the seed core? It protects the inner part of the seed. Next slide. This is the picture I have given. Full apple life cycles, mean how apple is formed from the apple tree to this flowers, then fruit, then this is seed, then seed germination occur, see, then seedling, then whole plants. This is the picture of some fruits which have seeds. Come to what is cotyledons. What do you mean by cotyledons? It's very easy. The embryonic leaf in seed-bearing plants, one or more of which are the first to appear from a germinating seed. The embryonic leaf in a seed-bearing plants, one or more of which are the first to appear from a germinating seed. It is called cotyledons. It contains embryonic leaf. Seeds of flowering plants have one or two cotyledons. That cotyledons is also called seed leaf because they contain embryonic leaf. Cotyledons divided into two types, 1 and 2. First one is dicotyledonous plants or dicots plants. Second is monocotyledonous plants or monocot plant. You have to remember the spelling of this one, dicotyledonous, okay? Then come, what is this? Plants that produce seeds with two cotyledons. Example, beans, mustard, mango, apple. Who have two cotyledons with embryonic leaf, that is called dicotyledonous plants or dicots plants. Like this, if you soak in a water, it will become two part like this. Like these two parts called cotyledonous. Though these are two parts, that is called dicot plants. Like this, some plants produce seeds with one cotyledon, that is called monocots plant. For example, all grasses are monocots plants like maize, wheat and rice. Next, This is the picture of monocot and dicot plants seed. Here is an example, that is corn, which is monocots, and beans, which is dicot. See, beans has two parts, and after soak it will become like this, 1 and 2. These two are called cotyledons. Okay, this is maize or corn. This is corn one. When you soak in your water, you can see one leaf, it will form. So that is monocot plant, and it will not form like two parts like this. Next, this is an example of bean seed. If you soak in a water, if you have this one, this like this picture will come. See, two parts is cotyledons. Cotyledons, this whole part you are known as embryo. This is different part of the seed. Okay, so this bean seed is a dicot. So what to do? You have to soak any dicot seeds overnight. Able to separate two cotyledons. Can see tiny structure attached to the cotyledons called embryo or baby plant. This one, this part, this part. Next, what do you mean by seed germination? The process by which seed grows into a new plant is called germination. So what is germination? The process by which a seed grows into a new plant, that is called germination. When the seed get all the necessary things like air, water, warmth and space, and most important, nutrients from the soil, the process of germination starts. When a seed get all these things, air, water, warmth, space and nutrients, they started to grow. That is called germination. The seed coat will break and a new plant will emerge out from the seed. See, here is the picture. Seed, then it started growing, new plant which come out. See, this one like this. Only ripe fruits can have fully formed. See, this is the condition. When fruits is fully ripe, that only has fully formed seeds. To germinate, seed has to dry. Wet seed should not germinate. Okay, then come to seedling. What do you mean by seedling? The baby plants that grows from a seed is called seedling. What is seedling? The baby plants, when it grows from a seed, that is called seedling. This is the picture of seed germination. See, this is the germination of garden bee. This one, this is the peas, and this is the corn. Okay, different same step, all are same step. See, hypocotyle, first it form hypocotyle, then this is cotyledon, two cotyledons, that's why dicot plant. So then foliage leaf, then it grow. Second is pea is the same like that. Okay, and corn is also same like that. Then come to, what do seeds need to germinate? Before slide I told that air, water, warmth, nutrients, all these main important things that need to grow a seed. Let us come to first water. You have observed that soon after the rains, many plants begin to grow. When water is available, seeds absorb water and germinate. Second is warmth. Even if seeds are kept moist and did not germinate. Why? Sometimes if you keep seeds in the moist condition, that did not germinate. Why? Because some seed needs also warmth to germinate. So then come to air. If you immerse few seeds in water, do they germinate? No. Why? Because the seeds need air to germinate. So for germination, seeds need water, warmth, air. When seeds are completely covered with water, they do not get the air. Therefore, they do not germinate. These are some important points you need to know. First is, do all seeds germinate? No. Why? Seeds from a raw fruit will not germinate because they have not fully formed seeds. So the fruits should ripe fully so that they got fully formed seed. The next one, many fully formed seeds too do not germinate. Why? Some seeds are eaten by the animals, some fall on the racks, cannot germinate because if seeds fall on the rack, they did not get exact quantity of water once. That's why. While other do not germinate because they do not enough get water once or air. So what is the condition of the germination? The seed should need water, warmth, air. So next chapter we will start what is a seedling. Now I'm going to show you one video. Just look after that. This one.
Grammarly does more than
Germination of seeds. The growing of a new baby plant from a seed is called seed germination. For germination, a seed needs certain suitable conditions of air, water, and warmth. Why does seed need air for germination? Because from the air it gets oxygen for breathing. To become active and grow, the seeds need warmth. Conditions needed for the germination of seeds. Now, let us study this by doing a simple experiment. Take 4 jars, label the jars 1, 2, 3 and 4. Fill 3/4 of each jar with soil. Then sow seeds in each jar about half an inch from the surface of the soil. Place the jars in a warm place. Do not pour water in jar 1. Pour just enough water in jar 2. In jar 3, go on pouring water till it appears above the surface of the soil. Moisten the seeds in jar 4 and place them inside the ice box. What will happen to the seeds in jar 1, 2, 3 and 4? The seed which is present in the jar 2 alone germinates. Others will not germinate because of unsuitable conditions.
So this is what about how seed germinate and what are requirement for the seed germination. So I will end today's session and next class we will start with seedling.